Hello everyone, I'm Storm Tracker AT meteorologist Austin Haskins. It was a cloudy day and a little bit of a cooler day yesterday. That cloud cover kept temperatures down mostly in the low to mid 70s for a lot of us, but some nicer weather is set to return as we head into the second half of the week. Today through Friday, lots of sunshine. We're starting with some cloudier skies on our Wednesday in parts of the area, but it'll be pleasant overall. We'll still deal with some haziness from those wildfires in Canada and the western U.S., and it'll also be turning warmer and muggier again as we head towards Friday, but overall not too bad the next couple of days. For the weekend, very warm and humid conditions. Slight chance of thunderstorms return to the forecast by Sunday, and that will continue at least in some capacity into next week. It'll be staying very warm and humid to even steamy at times, with those dew points hovering right around 70 degrees, and we'll talk about that here coming up. But we're still going to deal with some of the haziness in the skies throughout the next couple of days. With a northeast breeze today, we may get a slight reprieve from it across the northeastern parts of the area. So if you're up in, say, Rusk and Taylor counties and maybe even Barron County, you might get a little bit of a break from it today, at least temporarily. And then the rest of us may see a slight improvement later on today and into tonight. But there are signs that we may see another plume of some haze and smoke return tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. But the good news is, despite all that, likely we're not going to see any major impacts in regards to the air quality over the next few days. There may be some very minimal impacts, but other than that, I don't expect any air quality alerts to be issued or anything of the sort. So some good news there. And Futurecast shows the clouds around this morning, but we're going to have complete sunshine with a few scattered clouds into the afternoon and evening hours today. Clear skies tonight. We're going to have clear skies tomorrow for the most part, maybe again just a couple puffy clouds from time to time. But as you see on Futurecast, there's really not much to show. Maybe a few extra clouds into Friday, but overall Friday looking sunny to mostly sunny and even staying clear into Friday night. Not till Saturday that we start to see maybe a couple extra clouds return, especially Saturday night. And then we'll start to see those rain chances kind of come back again as we head into Sunday. Sunday night right now looks to be the highest chance coverage-wise, and then just slight chances right now into early next week. Now, looking at the temperatures, dew points, it feels like temperatures the next 6 days, and these are at about 4 p.m. each day. And again, this is the European model we're looking at here, but the general idea is you'll see that we do increase the temperatures each day. The feels like temperatures go up as well, which is the yellow numbers, and you can also see, too, the dew points coming up as well. And you can see Saturday through Tuesday, it's projecting temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, dew points around 70, making it feel more like the upper 80s and low 90s. But keep in mind, dependent on rain coverage and also how hot temperatures get and how high those dew points are, that'll kind of play a role in the feels like temperatures. But I do expect the feels like temperatures to be at least in the lower 90s for a lot of us, if not higher, for at least parts of the weekend and into early next week. And the reason for this is because we're going to start to see a ridge in the jet stream move closer to our region. So you've probably heard about the heat dome or the heat bubble in the national news that's been kind of allowing the temperatures to bake out in the western parts of the U.S., where they've been dealing with triple digits and temperatures, even in some cases, 110 plus. That does move a little bit closer to our area into the weekend. Now, if there's any good news with this, is we're going to be kind of on the northern periphery of this through the weekend and early next week. So what that means is that we'll still deal with some hot and humid conditions, but it'll be a lot hotter farther south and west. And on the northern periphery of that, you do get chances for some scattered showers and storms. So we'll monitor that closely. And of course, we'll also monitor if there's going to be any potential for some stronger to possibly severe storms. Right now, the chance for that look pretty low. But as always, once time gets closer, we'll monitor for you that closely and give you updates. But you can see this will continue even into the start of August, and it kind of even expands a little bit. So we may be in a prolonged stretch of some hot weather and some humid weather, at least for a stretch of at least a couple of days. And it could be all of next week, even into about the first 6-7 days of August. That's the way things are kind of looking as of right now. But as always, as we get closer and closer in time, we'll kind of continue to update that forecast. Today, though, looks great. Highs 75 to 80 across the area with that sunshine around and the lower dew points as well. A cool night ahead tonight. Lows in the upper 40s and low to mid 50s. Again, some of the cooler spots likely dipping into the 40s. Most of us, though, will settle in the low to mid 50s. Tomorrow, we'll bump numbers up a little bit. We'll go mostly low 80s, upper 70s farther to the east. Everybody will get into the 80s on Friday, maybe some upper 80s up towards Siren and Osceola at 87, 85 for Eau Claire, 84 for Chautauqua. And here's Saturday's highs right now. I have us mostly about 84 to 89 across the area, maybe touching 90 in Siren and Osceola, and maybe even a couple other locations as well. And those temperatures will kind of hang out just shy of 90 degrees Saturday all the way through Tuesday of next week, and maybe even beyond that with overnight lows around 70. And again, we'll continue to update that forecast as we get a little bit closer, but just be prepared now for likely an extended stretch of some hotter weather and some humid weather as well.